I shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restored I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepareth a table before I. In the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with no oil. My cup runneth to over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I life. I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kedema we grow mabe. How ma uso bolisa? I don't know what it was sick player 4. Jack patabeda view. Munya kuo. Agbeno heavy. Megba fu mato. Awa tanyu moe. Oh you aladong. Oh, you waladong. Oh, you waladong. This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition, to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we don't claim to be neutral. No, we are not. Because we are not. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we keep saying we are the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Black Rasta. Now in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. This is what we literally do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry, the rank and file of our people, and use these for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushunamo. And here we speak truth to power. We are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. Oh my God. Apologies for the late start of the show. We have so much work to do today. The show is tighter than a virgin. Oh my God. We have been gathering news. My brother, my sister, recording and picking up. Oh my God. The newsroom is hot. My brother, my sister, it's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushunamo. And remember, we never take your time for granted. We know we have viewers all over the world. Some of you are in total darkness now. Some of you are even entering the next day right now. Australia and the rest of us. We appreciate your time with us and we never take your time for granted. Apologies one more time. We try as much as possible to be on time. But my brother, my sister, the workload keeps increasing every day. And we hope to be able to expand our staff so that we'll be able to tackle some of these things. Please, together, we will get there. It's a Black Pot, Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Please share the broadcast. Hit on the notification button after subscribing so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. Again, please recommend us to family and friends. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Come here. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Please subscribe to the channel. Recommend us to family and friends. And above all, subscribe to the channel. We love you. We appreciate you. It's a Blakk Pot. Today we have 4 very important issues to look at. And if we have time, we would add the 5th one so that we'll have 5 very important issues to look at. We've been working so hard at this. In fact, for some days now, I am glad we have hit the jackpot. Today we have some exclusives and even more in the interim. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kuku Shonemo. And here we speak truth to power. If you're ready, let's get ready to rumble. Story number 1. Watch this. MAHAMA did not sack me. I rejected Nigeria ambassador post myself. Baba Jamal seems to be saying. Now, who is Baba Jamal? Baba Jamal Ahmed was born in 1969. And this gentleman, all the way from Akwetia and beyond, has made himself very relevant. He's a lawyer by training, politician by choice. This is Baba Jamal. In fact, many people have started calling him Baba TV. Whatever it is all because of the controversy during the Ayawasu East primaries of the NDC. 5 people decided to contest. There was a woman in there who was very key to the elections. My brother, my sister, Amina Adams had her husband pass on. He was a rich guy. And when he died, many people, as it is the pension of Ghanaians, talked to the woman and asked her to please step into the shoes of the husband and run for the primaries. She was encouraged, though never a politician like that. She jumped into the fray. A lot of the authentic polls showed that she was going to win a lot of sympathy votes. Now, on the day of the elections, bribery went on. Baba Jamal was said to have given some TV sets to delegates to woo them to his side. In fact, to induce them. 32-inch color TVs, NASCO brand, he gave to these people. And when he was asked in an interview after the elections, he told them point blank that he is a philanthropist. In fact, every year he puts aside 2.5 million Ghana cedis, 25 billion old Ghana cedis. And this is what he gives out to women as loans without interest. He said he's only thinking about humanity and nothing more. And that time after time, he gives gifts to people. And for him, to give a TV out is nothing but just being him, just giving gifts out. But many people said the timing of his so-called gift was bad. And he retorted almost immediately. Do you have to wait for a particular time before you give a gift? You asking me this question, if I give you a gift right now, wouldn't you take it? And then he heaved a sigh of relief and a big smile after that. This is Baba Jamal. Now, Baba Jamal is a key figure in Ghanaian politics. He's been an MP before, and he made news headlines in the days when he was uprooted from his MP position by a hairdresser in his constituency. That did not stop him. He's a very, very good friend of John Dramani Mahama and the NDC party. So when John Dramani Mahama came into power, he didn't think twice. He knew Baba Jamal was one of the most competent in his party. He quickly decided to invite him over and talk to him about taking the job in Nigeria. And Baba Jamal heaved a sigh of relief. He loved it. So he decided to go to Nigeria and become the High Commissioner of Ghana to Nigeria. You can simply just call him ambassador, okay? It's just, in fact, the same as a High Commissioner. Let's skip that for now. He arrived in Nigeria. After 1 year of being in Nigeria, my brother, he had fun. His salary was 12,000 American dollars. He had a chef. He had a butler. He had a gardener. At the same time, he also had a PRO. He had a car that was fueled for him right there in Nigeria. And he and his family went to one of the topmost hospitals right there in Nigeria as part of the package as the High Commissioner. In fact, he represented the people of Ghana as the president of Ghana right there in Nigeria. He speaks fluent Hausa. This man speaks fluent English, and he's a man of honor. President MAHAMA chose the right person for the job. When he went there, according to him, the 12,000 American dollars he was given as a salary, my brother, my sister, he spent only $2,000 every month because everything was at his disposal. He never bought fuel. Even phone bills were paid by the state. He had $600 each month to pay for his phone bills. As for the food, it was prepared by a chef. When he was going to Nigeria, he was told that he could take 3 people to Nigeria to help serve him. The butler, the chef, and at the same time, the house boy. And he decided to go to Nima and pick up all these 3 from Nima. He took them to Nigeria and gave them some very good jobs in the High Commission of Ghana right there in Nigeria. My brother, my sister, Baba Jamal was having fun. All of a sudden, a man died. The MP for Ayawaso East. And he looked left, he looked right, and decided that he would come and contest that position. Many were those who said that he was being greedy. How can you have a high commissioner post, an ambassador post, and all of a sudden you want to leave it and come and contest for what? An MP? As a high commissioner, you are addressed as His Excellency. But as an MP, you are Honorable MP. Why do you want to put away His Excellency and come and take up Honorable Member of Parliament? Baba Jamal explained that to the people of Ayawaso East. Nima is part of it. Before the elections, when he was campaigning, he made it clear to them that he had heard people calling him greedy. He had heard people using all sorts of, insults on him. But he was going to take his time and explain to the people why he was not interested in the High Commissioner post. And he said this before the elections. He made it clear, if I win these elections, I'm not going back to Nigeria because I prefer staying here and serving my people in Ayawaso East. That's why I took a lot of Nima boys to Nigeria to be enjoying some diplomatic life. My brother, my sister, let's listen to Baba Jamal. And when we return, I got news for you. Watch this.
I receive in Nigeria MP. You did me and Sansomedia. In fact, Madani MP that, so I know what I'm talking about. MP, ni money in the condition of serving. No, mine is 3 times that of an MP. But I have decided to leave all and come and serve my people. So the question everybody should ask is that what is your motivation? Why? What is your motivation? Why are you here? Brothers and sisters, I am not motivated by material things. I'm motivated by human service. I am not materialistic because hey Baba, like me colleague be over Brazil. I say, me Baba, I hear you are going back to Nima. I said yes. But hey, the salary is good though. This is our condition. You want to leave it? I say yes, I'm leaving it. Because I'm not motivated by material things. Please, if it's about money, then I'll stay in Nigeria. Look at all these largesse. Apart from that, do you believe that if me fee Abuja, me decide say me go conversate me office in Nigeria, and I'm conversate me coordinator wo Kano, and I'm conversate me coordinator wo Anambra, and a baby. Every day I spend out there, I'm giving $540, $47. My telephone allowance, $600. So yes, all the material things are good. Sabi, mo ambassador be a wako di 2-3 years a waba wadani hiye nida. Sabi, unless you kwasi mpeni. But pass wako di owa, because at the end of the month, all what I buy from my $12,000 is food. Food. And so I won't even spend $1,000 in my the whole month. I won't spend it. So if I'm here, as I said, I am coming to serve. Sabi, obi a ono, osi ojai ni o Nigeria ina, yamfani so obi mama 10,000. Na or the 2,000 atua or the 10,000 atua. Now we get 10,000 or over 2,000. We any brana. We any bre. Na mi jawe now Nigeria. And yes, I make a fact and the use the word greedy no ground greedy na say. Greedy you be ojeje near my bosso. Anameboa. Na me ba kuno me say me jaho na ma beso mamamfo. Obi okita board me and sansan pay MP na ka on one greedy. Okita board me and so. Or sample MP and I know so there would the MP no ka board no ye mfiso. Because MP be at me board member. Anameboa. But me se me jai Nigeria na me wini ha me nsanko Nigeria o me jebi bia ho me baba ka beje ketoa no enti me na me baba beje ketoa no eni ni okita board me nsa o sampe MP aka ho no wana eni bre enti me hu se obi ni na platforms say oh you greedy I ask myself, do you understand the word greedy at all? I have come to serve my people. Sebi senka me materialistic. And I mean, we are seeing sika dia. Will I say me family misika 2.5 million. Say yam fanto yenche mama sa sika no. I'm not taking it back again because the revolving fund. I'm not touching it again. 25 billion. Me see yenche ema manfo. Many briska. But the man Amajilonina, I'm telling you that semi-winia, Obia Wajilon, we are increasing this to 10,000. That's the minimum. That is the minimum. Obia minimum of 10,000. Obia sells you between 10 and 20,000. Obia because we want to, because when the be private thing, and so me wini mo get fund na mu hunu ebe adwuma mo health fund na mu hunu ebe adwuma because all those monies will come and I will use it for your benefit.
Baba Jamal, in fact, he has convinced me with this very beautiful talk. Baba Jamal says he's not interested in the High Commissioner job. But in the service of God and country, he accepted it. But his heart is in serving his people in Nima and beyond. That is why he reserves 2.5 million Ghana cedis every year to be given out to women as soft loans without interest. And he said, a lot of you women here who have taken the money, you haven't paid. Have I chased you to come and collect back the money? I just didn't want to say I was giving it to you for free so that a lot of people will be running in. But I want to tell you, should I win these elections, I'm going to raise that amount of money because I will have the common fund at my disposal and much more. And it's for you. Left to me alone, If it was about money and my food and my family, don't think about me. I am all right. To those who are calling me greedy, should I tell you who the greedy person is? That greedy person is that woman who is sitting on 3 boards, collecting money as a board member, and at the same time wants to leave all this and come and be an MP. Because me, I am not that kind of person. And of course, by that he was referring to Amina Adam, this woman. We are told that her husband left for her 17 gas stations, filling stations. And she is sitting on 3 different boards, including Prestia. Baba Jamal says, should she become NP, she would still be board member. But me, should I become MP, I cannot go back there and be a high commissioner. It's not possible. An MP in Ghana cannot be a high commissioner in Nigeria. So the moment I win, forget about the high commissioner thing. He made it clear. And President Mahama picked it up. When Mahama heard this, he told himself, wow, that means this man has already taken sides. He wants to come and serve his people. Where I put him is only doing it in default. But Mahama kept an ear to the ground, already looking at how he would be able to deal with this. Then the controversy came, and boom, Mahama went in to say, you know what? You brought me the first controversy in my government. I pull you back whilst investigations are going on. But the truth about the whole thing is that Baba Jamal himself, from what he said here, was not interested in returning to Nigeria. Should he win, he wanted to stay here. His salary over there was 12,000 American dollars. And that is 1/3 of what MPs get in Ghana. Better still, when you divide his $12,000 into first part, second part, third part, the MP takes only 1 part. My brother, my sister, Baba Jamal had already made it clear that he was not interested in going back to Nigeria. He was not motivated by the largesse in his own words, his salary, and anytime he even visited a friend in another state in Nigeria, he was paid money, close to 500 American dollars, for him to blow away for just traveling to visit a friend. His food was catered for. His garden was catered for. His butler, who was almost like his PRO, was catered for. His family was catered for. And he was going to the best hospitals in Nigeria. My brother, my sister. But he decided to put all these things aside, to come back to the people of Nima and tell them, you know what? All the people saying I'm greedy is ignorance. Because you can't be an MP and at the same time be a high commissioner. It is crazy. That was why Kennedy Agyapong's green card, American green card, was taken from him. You know why? Because with a green card, you are supposed to be resident in America. And you are an MP. The MP also says you have to be resident in Ghana. You cannot be an American resident and be an MP in Ghana. Both demand that you live in either country. That was why Kennedy Agyapong's green card was seized from him. Today, when Kennedy Agyapong is going back to the United States, he goes through a visa. Any MP who has a green card in America, my brother, my sister, is supposed to give back the green card, or the American government will come for that. And it is time President Mahama looked at this. How many MPs in Ghana, and Parliament should also look at this. How many of them, the MPs in Ghana, hold green cards in America? In fact, that is a conflict of interest. Can I explain it better? Now you are an MP, member of parliament. You are supposed to live in Ghana and be in touch with your constituency. The American green card says you are resident in America. For that matter, you cannot live outside America for a certain period or else your green card will be seized. That is why every now and then you see them going back to and fro. If they live outside America for a certain period, their green cards will be revoked. Kennedy Japan arrived in America and he had his green card revoked. Why do we wait for the Americans to tell us that we have to be patriotic to our countries? How can you be an MP and hold an American residence? You must be crazy. Stay in your country. That is what you got voted for. How can you live in America and rule the people in Ghana? Are you Mobutu Sese Seko? Maybe you are the Cameroonian president, Paul Biya. Think about it, my brother, my sister. Baba Jamal made it clear. Once I am an MP, there's no way I would ever be high commissioner or ambassador. And I'm not bothered about how much I'm going to lose in terms of money, because that is not my motivation. My motivation is to be able to serve the people. And I've demonstrated beyond doubt that I am a man of the people. I give the people my money. How many women have come back to pay? Do you know how much interest Baba Jamal would have had if he put his so-called 2.5 million Ghana cedis in the bank for 1 year? But he decides to give that out to women to see them prosper in whatever they are doing. And this is what drives him. Yes, the inducement, the bribery, whatever you call it, is very wrong. But, my brother, my sister, this is what is driving Baba Jamal. He says if there's anybody who is greedy, it must be Amina Adam. He gave them 32-inch NASCO TV sets, and he led the elections by 32 votes. Hallelujah. Whichever Malam gave him that direction was on point. In the next elections, we will see 48-inch TVs, 100-inch TVs, so that they could lead by that margin. My brother, my sister, Baba Jamal has made it clear. He was not interested in the high commissioner job in America. It's not because he's been sacked. In fact, the point is that he already sacked himself when he decided to run for the elections, the primaries at East Ayawaso. Is the Blakk Port, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. Ghanaians cry over French soldier invasion of Ghana. Now it's all over in the news that French soldiers are here. We know that we have an American military base right here in Ghana. My brother, my sister, and Ghanaians became so apprehensive, so jittery, that French people had come into this country, and all they were here to do, train Ghanaian soldiers to fight against illegal mining, aka Galamsey. Now, what made it even more serious is the fact that in next door Burkina Faso, all French soldiers have been kicked out of the country. And Burkina Faso is almost like an enemy to France, its former colonizer. We all remember the story of Thomas Sankara. Many people remember this and believe that his death was sponsored by France. We all remember the story of Charles de Gaulle. How de Gaulle came into Africa and maimed and killed people just because of France and power. We remember that in next door Ivory Coast, there is another French stooge by name Alassane Ouattara, who has also been secretly dealing with his people in the wrong direction. So, when we heard that French soldiers were here, many people approached us wanting to find out exactly what they are doing in the country. Why have they been allowed here? Are we very soon going to have the whole world bring military bases here? Are we not going to have issues with next door Burkina Faso? Because as long as French soldiers are in this country, Burkina Faso is going to keep its borders very close and tight against Ghanaians and Ghana. This looked and seemed to be very, very genuine concerns. So my brother, my sister, we decided to go to the Ministry of Defense and speak with the authorities there. And thankfully, we were given audience. We sat down with the ministers and spoke to the ministers in the interim. Courtesy Joy News. Let's see exactly what kind of training the French people are here to give to our people. And this is from Joy News. Watch this.
Gunshots ringing out at the jungle village inside the jungle warfare school as Ghanaian soldiers undergo specialized training aimed at fighting illegal mining.
Real combat situation. So in a real combat situation, when I get shot at short range in a jungle environment, the first thing I'm going to do, because
the exercise is being conducted in partnership with the French military, who have joined the Ghana army in the jungle for weeks of intensive training. The program focuses on 4 key areas designed to strengthen the fight against illegal mining. France was selected for this exchange program because of its experience tackling illegal mining in French Guyana, one of its overseas territories.
A bit slower, but with more precision.
So for the past 3 weeks, personnel from the Ghana Army, we understand 38 soldiers and 5 military officers drawn from different units across the country have been here at Achiase, the Jungle Warfare School, and I'm inside the bush, and the personnel of the Ghana Army plus the French military, 16 of them, have been training, exchanging ideas and focusing on how to shoot with precision, how to apply first aid, and also how to even arrest people, particularly illegal miners. Commander of the Army Training Command, Brigadier General Joshua Amano, explains that the soldiers undergoing the training are not currently part of NIMOS. He notes that troops on active NIMOS operations cannot be withdrawn for training, but due to routine rotations, these soldiers could soon be deployed to apply the skills they have acquired.
Now, the NIMOS is in operation, and so sometimes it is not good to pull out the forces who are deployed in the field. So this next group are prepared to be able to take over from those who are already in the field. Remember that when you deploy troops, after a while, we do what we call relief in place. So you change them, you rotate them.
The head of the French military team, Lieutenant Nicolas, says the engagement has been mutually beneficial, stressing that while his team has shared expertise, they're also leaving Ghana with added skills.
It's been very interesting. We showed our way to the Ghanaian, but the most interesting part was learning how they do it. And I think we learned a lot from those 3-week course.
What are some of the things that you learned from the Ghanaians and what the Ghanaians also learned from you?
Well, we learned a lot about jungle survival. They are very strong in this area.
The Ghanaian soldiers say the French doctrine is not very different from what they are already used to, but acknowledge they have picked up new skills that will help them more effectively combat illegal mining.
Although our doctrine is not far from them, but we are also taking something out of what we are learning so far.
Describe what you have learned that you were not used to as a military officer in Ghana.
Okay, tactically, what I will say is it is not different from ours, but at least we've learned something small.
As a soldier, when we are going for a war or operation like this, normally we may have an injured person among us. So now they have taught us how to provide improvised structure, which are very good. That one I've learned it a lot.
So how ready are you to fight Galamsey?
Oh, we are ever ready. In fact, with the Ghana Army, we were already in good position to fight the illegal.
Thanks so much to Joy News. We've been able to get this tape. Now, when you watch this tape properly, you realize that the training that they have received from the French is not too different from what they know already. But some little things they picked up. And the French army also said, oh, we also picked up some things. Now, the excuse is that the French army is very conversant with jungle war and also with illegal mining. Because in French Guyana, aka Curaçao, the French army had been there and they got a lot of experience as to how to deal with illegal mining. That is what they are imparting to their Ghanaian counterparts. It's not a new thing to have soldiers move from one country to the other for training. Today, as we speak, the Ghanaian army is in Jamaica to provide some form of assistance to the Jamaican people. Now, when I spoke with the defense minister, come here, I had some very interesting things. I posed all the questions. Why are the French people here? Oh, they are here to help us fight Galamsey, especially in the jungle, because of their experience with French Guyana. Okay. Now the fear is that we are very good friends with neighboring Burkina Faso. With the presence of the French soldiers in Ghana, will Burkina Faso not see us as enemies because we are friends with their enemies? And the question hits the ministry hard, but I had an answer. Now Burkina Faso is also going to be coming here for training, but this time around with their Ghanaian counterparts. The Burkina Faso army will be here 2 weeks from now to also learn from the Ghanaians what they learned from the French and more, and vice versa. You get it? So the Burkina army is getting ready to come to Ghana in 2 weeks. Next week, Spanish soldiers are coming into the country. Soldiers from Spain. And they are also going to collaborate with their Ghanaian counterparts, share knowledge and ideas, not only in jungle warfare, but some other side things like that. After that, other African countries would also be coming in, including Guinea. According to the ministry, this is something that is supposed to expose the Ghanaian army to a lot of training and knowledge. And they are not only coming into Ghana, the Ghanaian army too would leave Ghana and go to some of these collaboration countries. So soon, some of these soldiers are going to be going to Spain to be part of a certain training in Spain. Some would go to Burkina, some would go to France. And that is the collaboration they are beginning to have right now. My brother, my sister. And only a few French soldiers came in. About 15 of them. So when their Ghanaian counterparts are also going there, it will be around the same number. And they will move from one country to the other. My excitement is that Burkina Faso will be coming here. Guinea will be coming here. Senegal might also be on its way here, collaborating with different African countries. And once in a while, we have some other countries from the West coming in. As long as we have the right mindset to deal with the situation, it doesn't spoil anything. It's almost like a man who leaves his country to study in America, or an American who leaves his country to come to Ghana to study. My brother, my sister, defense is a very, very complex issue. Our country needs to be protected. Because any country you go to, they have their own laws, they have their own security, and they have their own intelligence. My prayer is that we have all these things well planned and preserved so that our sovereignty will continue to be solid. Because France has a very bad record when it comes to dealing with Africans. France has a very bad record when it even comes to colonialism. What Charles de Gaulle did, what France did in Guinea, what France did in some of these countries, my brother, my sister, and lately in the Ivory Coast, is terrible. That is why France is being kicked out from almost all these Francophone countries because they have had enough. But remember, this is not the first time France is being kicked out of some of these African countries. Even in Guinea, Sékou Touré's Guinea, that Nkrumah finally became a co-president. They kicked him out, but other presidents came in and brought back France into the country. Respect for each other's sovereignty and not trying to be too sly would make all of us benefit. This is the answer. Right here in the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodamo. And here we speak truth to power. Remember where you heard it first from. The Blakk Pot. When we return, we got more. Hey! Hey yo! Wayo!
Blakk Pot. Kukushodama.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodama. And here we speak truth to power. Please share the broadcast and at the same time, hit on the notification button so that each time we are on, you'll be reminded to watch. Remember to share the broadcast, please, so that many more people can be part of this. This is the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Story number 3. Watch this. Row over university vice chancellors. Yes. Row over university vice chancellors chased out. Row over university vice chancellors chased out. It looks like some university vice chancellors are being chased out. And it has become something that is almost common in Ghana right now. As we speak, some universities are chasing out their vice chancellors. Let us begin with the university right here in Accra, where I had my master's from. The GCTU, Ghana Communication Technology University. It used to be called GTUC. My brother, my sister. And their motto is knowledge comes from learning. Now, their vice chancellor started full action in 2021. And his name, Professor Ohene Afuakwa. He is a professor of engineering. He is, according to him, the topmost engineer in Ghana when it comes to food engineering and more. Professor Afuakwa. He's also a chief somewhere in the Bono Ahafo region. This man is being chased out. Now there is a new council chair right in the school who wants him out. My brother, my sister, and according to him, this new man there knows absolutely nothing. Again, they want him out for political reasons. Well, I wouldn't pretend to be an academician. So I decided to walk up to him, talk to him, and find out, because I saw fire on the mountain. The whole school is in total confusion. Today, Iyoko is there. Tomorrow, BNI, G-Tech, and Gawa, UTAG. So many such outfits. Oh my God. Are all jumping around and making a lot of noise. So I spoke with him. He's a stammerer. And he was very emotional in this interview. Listen to Professor Ohene Afuakwa talk to me about what is happening in the university. And when we come back, we will deal with this issue more. Watch this.
Yes, Blakk, that is very true. On Wednesday, we organize a staff deba every year. Organize a staff deba to meet with all the staff of the university, and then I come out with my vision for the entire year, and then give directives to all the deans and directors as to what they are all supposed to do to support the vision so that it can be accomplished, so we can move the university to another level. So this Wednesday, we organize a staff deba. The council chairman called. In fact, I called him that we were even expecting that he would come. And he said that he wasn't going to come. He's just angry. So he will not come. So he didn't come. When we ended the meeting, I came to the office only to omit a letter that he has written to me as the Vice Chancellor, asking me to vacate my post at the end of this month, because my secondment from the University of Ghana ends at the end of the month, and therefore I'm supposed to return to the University of Ghana. But this is my relationship with the University of Ghana. Fine. Even if I came on secondment, it's my relationship with the University of Ghana. We have, service conditions for academic senior members for all universities in Ghana. And it says that if you are on secondment, you have a minimum of five years. After the fifth year, if you don't intend to return, then you have to sever your relationship with that university so you can continue your term in whatever organization you are working with. And therefore, I've already written to the University of Ghana to retire with them, and I have received an acceptance letter, and I have a letter indicating that I've severed my relationship with the University of Ghana. Actually, he didn't know. So he just unilaterally wrote to me that Council of the Ghana Communication Technology University, has met, and they are taking a decision that my time is up and therefore I should go back. When it wasn't true, council hasn't met. So when I received the letter, I knew that was a lie. So I wrote to the registrar, who is the secretary to council, to confirm whether council has met and where and when and who were the members who were present at that meeting, so that I'll have some documented evidence that council never met. And then registrar wrote back. And I have all the letters that council has never met according to his records as secretary to council. The last meeting we had was so and so date, and after that, council had never met, and therefore, council had never taken any decision on that. So that means that the letter he wrote was a unilateral decision by himself. And that was lies, blatant lies, written by the council chairman. And unfortunately, he circulated those letters to the Minister for Education, circulated to the Vice Chancellor of University of Ghana, sent to GTEC, the Director General, and sent copies to Vice Chancellor Ghana. From 2021, when I was appointed as the first Vice Chancellor of this university, you all knew the status of the Ghana Communication Technology University, which used to be the Ghana Technology University College. I mean, It was completely condemned. The university was completely condemned. And I joined, and I have worked hard, so hard, day in and day out, working almost 12 hours every day, and brought this university back to a status where everybody is happy. All the staff are happy. So why did it just come to cause confusion and commotion in the university? I responded to his letter indicating that I am not respecting the directive he gave because I have a contract with GCTU till 2029, and therefore I am not respecting his directive. I'm the Vice Chancellor of the university from March up to 2029, February 2029. I'm still the Vice Chancellor of the university until my term is up. They have sent us to Yoko. Yoko has done their investigation. Fine. We haven't seen any report, but for what we've been told is that we haven't done anything. I mean, I answer claim. He's come to do forensic audits within the university from 2021 to 2024. Forensic audits. And the forensic audit report is there. We haven't done anything wrong. There is nothing. There is no financial malfeasance whatsoever. And because I managed the institution so well, and I've been able to, protect the press of the university, and I've been able to build this 8-story. They think that there's a lot of money there. So the internship, which he told me, was that the NDC party wants me out, so that they know that I am incompetent, not that I've stolen any money, but they want to bring somebody who is their own, so that they can come and occupy the office, and he too will get an appointment. And I said, no, I have a contract with this university till 2029. He came to tell me himself, that he knows I'm a good man, I am clean, but he is just doing the work that is been sent by the party so that I will be removed, so that they can bring somebody who is an NDC person to occupy the seat. Just that, he told me. So please, my plea is that I am a Ghanaian. I am a competent scientist. In fact, I won a Millennium Excellence Award. I am the best top-ranked natural scientist in Ghana. In terms of technology and engineering, I am the top-ranked in terms of technology and engineering scientist, research scientist in Ghana. In terms of food science and tech, I'm the top-ranked food scientist in Ghana. So I'm not somebody who wasn't qualified. I was qualified for the position. I was interviewed and I was assessed and I was given the position. And you see the quantum of work that I've done within the university, and you see the transformation that I've brought. The university has gone through since 2021, and you see the status in which it is now, from about 4,000 students to 16,000, and come to see the facilities that we have in the institution now. I'm managing the institution with utmost dignity and respect. I haven't misused any money. I haven't embezzled any money. I haven't mismanaged my office in any way. It's just political, purely political. So please, let them leave me alone. And the council chairman is not fit for the office because he doesn't know anything about university management. He doesn't know anything, even meeting procedures. He doesn't know. How could he be a university council chairman? He doesn't know anything about statutes. If you mention about statutes, he'll put the statutes away. He disrespect staff, he disrespect council members at meetings, shouting after them.
This is the man we're talking about. Professor Emmanuel Ohene Afuakwa. He's a chief somewhere in the Bono area. And you heard him loud and clear. He is the topmost scientist when it comes to engineering and technology, food engineering. The whole nation, he is number one. So he says he's there on merit. In fact, on secondment from the University of Ghana. And he has the documents to show that he is on secondment. He also has documents to show that he is supposed to be the vice chancellor of the GCTU. Fly the documents. Watch this. Notification of end of secondment tenure. And this was written by engineer Divine Petigo, sacking this man, telling him, your secondment from the University of Ghana has ended. It's ending this month, and we need you out of the university. We don't need you anymore. Pack baggage and bag and leave. And as we heard in the interview, he said, I can't respect this letter because this man does not know anything about what is happening in the university. And this is engineer Divine Petigo. He's also an established engineer, sporting his skills and all that. He's sergeant in Nigeria for some time. He's had some of his children also going to school in the same university at the time that it was called GTUC. This is engineer Divine Petigo. He is the man who is drawing blood in the university. When I spoke with him, he told me point blank, Blakk Rasta, I am here to clean up. That man is very corrupt. But the VC says, Iyoko was here, BNI was here, and even the Office of the Special Prosecutor came here. They found nothing untoward. So what is he talking about? And in his own words, this man must be sacked immediately because he's only there to do politics. I am an established engineer, the topmost scientist in Ghana when it comes to food engineering and technology. The row over university vice chancellors who are being chased out is on. From this university, where there's fire on the mountain, I spoke with Tewu. I spoke also with UTAG and Gawa, my brother, my sister, in this university, and it looks like it's the same consensus. There is a big problem on the campus, and a lot of them are pointing fingers at the university's council chairman, engineer Divine Petigo. Now the matter has reached the Ministry of Information, also reached the Ministry of Education, and even the presidency. It looks like anytime soon, the fire on the mountain will be quenched. We're going to follow up on this story, and we'll certainly bring you more. Now from the GCTU, Ghana Communication Technology University, let's go straight to Sunyani, to the University of Energy and Natural Resources. University of Energy and Natural Resources. They call it UNE. They say knowledge, integrity, impact. It's a fresh university. There's a VC there. He's one Elvis. He's a professor. And that's the beautiful university there that you saw. The best eye view. Bring that university back. Very beautiful. My brother, my sister, this is it. What you saw earlier was actually GCTU. And this is the University of Energy and Natural Resources in Sunyani. Very beautiful university. My brother, my sister, that's it. University of Energy and Natural Resources. This is the entrance. And when you go into the university, it's very beautiful. Especially at night. The lights are all glittering in all corners. And it looks like this university is also on fire. Now I spoke with one Dr. Mensah, who seems to be the leader of a group that wants the VC there out. Dr. Mensah is full of anger. This is Dr. Mensah. He says that their VC is corrupt. He's a thief. In fact, he's abusing his office. This was what he told me before we got into the studio. Watch this.
The Vice Chancellor, Professor Asadibedi Akun, he has, since he assumed office in 2021, November, he has abused his office through the clearance that he met during his tenure of 365. He used those clearance to employ his cronies and, as it were, spies in various offices. And he has succeeded in doing that. And any discerning voices who raise issues of that administrative abuse and the injustice and culture of silence regarding corruption, you suffer promotion, or you are being transferred, you are being silenced, or you are harassed through other means. To the point that in my case, because of my position on certain issues that they wanted me to do vis-a-vis of purchasing of a new software, which I had discerning view about it as a software engineer, they didn't like me.
This is Dr. Gilbert Mensah, head of IT. He told me in this interview that the VC relegated him to the library, moved him all the way from the software department, the IT department, and made him a by force librarian. He doesn't like the VC, and he wants the VC out. The VC is called Professor Elvis Asadibedi Akun. This is the VC. When I called him, he was shocked. He said, Blakk RASTA. Oh, not many journalists call us these days. Once they hear the news, they just go to the gallery and boom. In fact, he had a lot of praises for us. But he told me something that shocked me. He called Dr. Mensah a faceless destroyer. And he again said that Dr. Mensah, in fact, has been able to gather a few people to go around destroying the name of the university. And above all, you know what he said? He said there was an election, a contest on campus. And he and Dr. Mensah contested. And because he won, Dr. Mensah has from that time never forgiven him. And he's been fighting him and doing everything possible to destroy him. He told me more. According to him, it's just a personal fight. And he laughed. He had more to say. Watch this.
And then President referred it to Minister of Education. And the Minister of Education referred to GTech. They've done their investigation. That is one. The council of our university has also been taxed to do an investigation. The committee is also set up. 2, 3, Yoko, whatever they needed, Yoko has also been doing investigation. You can check Bono Region Office and all that. So these issues, if indeed they have any good intention, right? The good intention, they apply to all this. So what is the business going to them? So I would like to, if you want, I'll be glad if you can come here. Then we can explain a lot of things to you. But these are people whose intention is go around and tarnish the image of Vice Chancellor, the University Management. The wonderful work we are doing here, I want to say that all their allegations are baseless. And we have this institution, Blakk RASTA, all right, are going through this. What is the business? Now going to the media. Okay, so I'll be glad if you want to know more, please find time and come over, right? And I can give you a lot of information. You realize that they are the people who are working the progress of the university. They are faceless people. There's peace here. You can come and speak to the unions. Come and speak to Utah. Come and speak to Gawa. All right, that is the associations, and find out things for yourself. And that is what they are doing. They go around, pay money, and just want to spoil the image. They are so faceless, wicked, and evil people. And please be mindful of them. It is purely personal. They are anti-productive. What's the word? The anti-development. They don't want development of the university. They are concerned. Every development project, they have problem. One, they also do not want to follow statutes and procedures. If we follow the right procedures, hey, there's also a problem. In fact, they have a problem themselves. They have serious problems themselves. And they go with like wild allegations. Some of the allegations they said. And they are so, in fact, going to you, when we have all this here, you have made petition to the council. Then they should tell us that we should stop council. We shouldn't waste time or resources to do any further investigation, if that's what they want to go and do. So what is the problem? Okay. So, and they're also going to court. In fact, in addition, they've also gone to court. Some are going to Shiraj. And in all this, they have no basis. Okay? So it's purely personal, and the lack of knowledge of university management. In fact, I haven't come across such empty people with empty mind knowledge in this. Because at the end of the day, please, Blakk RASTA, I'll be glad if you can come and see you there. Because you know what? The leader contested me. I've promoted the one who is leading that. And you are yet to mention the name, but I know the one who he contested me for the one that during my second term for vice chancellor position. But I promoted him to associate professor. I am a full professor. I promoted him to associate professor. So they do not have any issue, but they just want to go out there. When they were given chance to go and defend, as I said, you can contact GTEC. The report, you can get some. You know, they went there and they mess up. But I like you, Blakk RASTA, for calling me. They went to some media, they just pay money and they just publish and they just degrade themselves. But I'm happy you did that. So I now have hope and trust in the journalism and the journalists, because this is the way to go. And so that is it. You can come and see things for yourself. We can give you a lot. In fact, whatever allegation they have level against me, you can come and see. You go out there satisfied, and you ask them a question they can't answer.
Professor Elvis Asarebediako is the Vice Chancellor of the University of Energy and Natural Resources, right there inside Mono. And he said, no, you did not mention the name of the ringleader. He's a very, very wicked and faceless guy, supported by other wicked and faceless people. He contested me for the vice chancellor position and lost. From that time, he's been bitter. Yet I was the one who promoted him to associate professor, also prof. And now, he's so jealous of me, envious of me. Come to the university and see what is happening. But it doesn't end there. Kumasi Technical University, We are also inundated with calls that the VC there does not have a certificate from the right university. Where his certificate is coming from is not accredited. We are taking our time to go into that, and we will bring you more information. My brother, my sister, there is a row over university vice chancellors being chased out. Some are supporting them. Some also are against them. It looks like a lot of it is personal. Personal interests, and not really in the interest of academia. We keep our lenses sharp. We will continue to gather information, and time after time, we would be updating you. In the interim, this is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 4. Watch this. ALHAJI SINARE finally gets Saudi ambassador nod after sabotage. ALHAJI Said SINARE is the man whose photograph is popping up. He is Egyptian, Ghanaian, and NDC, inside out, up and bottom. ALHAJI Said SINARE. He's held a number of posts in his party. He was invited into the party by Jerry John Rawlings. And many people said he and Rawlings looked alike. Sometimes, Rawlings will intentionally dress him up like him, just for disguise, camouflage. In the days, he and Rawlings had a very beautiful relationship. He convinced Said SINARE to return home from abroad and be part of Ghanaian politics. From that time, he's enjoyed being a politician, doing a lot of work, especially in the Zongos. There's no Zongo you go to in Ghana and they don't know this man. The NDC counts on him to always deliver votes from the Zongo. He speaks Arabic fluently. He speaks Hausa fluently. He speaks English fluently. And also Samori. This is the man we are talking about. Of course, he speaks Twi. He speaks Ga. When he goes right into the ghettos, any language they want to speak, he speaks. The NDC has trusted him all these years. Now, in the run-up to the elections that brought MAHAMA back into power, this man went to the Zongos campaigning. He was ready to have the NDC return, especially that it was MAHAMA. Because he has a certain beautiful relationship with John Dramani Mahama. So he did a very hard job right there in the Zongos, bringing his sisters on board. There was a place he went to and it started to rain all of a sudden. But he decided that he will not stop talking. He went into the rain. They brought him an umbrella to cover his head. He took off the umbrella because it couldn't fit. And the rain was beating him right there. People were scared that the microphone would even start giving him some shock because it was connected to electricity. My brother, look at the flag that they brought upon his head. How they brought even a certain kind of umbrella. My brother, he was still talking. You see the umbrella there? Now watch how the two umbrellas are going to be blown away. My brother, my sister, he just decided to talk and meet with the people. Watch them eye to eye, face to face. Look, somebody brought a chair because the wind was blowing off the umbrellas. A chair on his head. He was still talking. My brother, my sister, people in the rain started to dance because he was urging them on. And he moved from one radio station to the other, threatening that the elections must be fair or else Ghanaians will be angry. This is ALHAJI SINARE. He served as Saudi ambassador in the John Dramani Mahama government. And when he returned home in opposition, it was his dream that he will not return as ambassador anymore, because he was one of the longest serving ambassadors. Now he probably wanted to be a council of elders member. But John Dramani Mahama decided that no, he must return to the ambassadorial role. Look how the rain beat everybody back into the tents. But the die-hard fans continued to dance. And SINARE was still talking. Mahama looked at all this, look at him. Oh my. And he wasn't just talking, he was also giving money. And urging the people on to stand firm for the party. When it comes to Hajj, these are the same people who go to him and ask for their quota. After all, in the Zongos, the biggest thing you can give, apart from clean water and a nice environment, is taking them to Hajj to fulfill their religion. He's built mosques in different areas. My brother, my sister. Now Mahama decided that he should go back to Saudi Arabia. And some people went to the president and told him, hey, what are you doing? This man is not well. He's sick. He's old. In fact, a couple of times he went on radio and was sick. They had to take him to the hospital. Even at some campaigns, he fell ill. You are going to send this man? Mahama said, well, we all can fall sick at any time. What kind of sickness does he have? If it's malaria, we all have malaria. If he's old, we all are old. You know? He deserves to continue being an ambassador. They said no. In fact, then they concocted stories from Saudi Arabia and put everything on this man. They ended up almost sabotaging him. Mahama decided to withdraw the ambassadorial position. The Zongo people got wind of this. Some started to make noise around. We also reported it here. My brother, my sister, all other ambassadors have reported. SINARE, only a few days ago, after investigations, Mahama always wants to investigate. He realized that all the allegations against him as to, oh, he is anti this, and anti this, anti this group, anti that group, anti that group. And I don't want to mention any of those groups. They were all false. Decided that he will give him the mantle to return to Saudi Arabia. This is him. He got it. And he's happy to return to Saudi Arabia. My brother, my sister, he went there. Police people were there. He was well decorated. He wore his beautiful fugu to celebrate the power of the fugu. And as we speak right now, he's on his way to Saudi Arabia. He told me, Blakk Rasta, this year you will be an ALHAJI. I said, what do you mean? He said, me, I will encourage you to come to Mecca. And when you come for Hajj, even if it's Umrah, I'll give you a place to stay at the ambassador's quarters. You will be an ambassador for a few hours. My excitement is in the fact that when people work very hard and they show dedication, patriotism, they have to be pushed on to deliver. Patriotism. What will make a man jump into the rain at his age, catch cold, pneumonia, to continue talking party? He has his own business. some medical equipment business that he does. He makes his own money. He's not a poor man. He has a lot of houses. He has businesses abroad. He comes from a rich family. His sister is Kalsum SINARE, who is also an ambassador, I think, to Dubai, UAE. Today, my brother, my sister, this man's father was the first chief imam of the nation. As it stands right now, I am glad that he would go there and probably serve in his last round of ambassadorial duties. He didn't even want to go. He wanted to stay back at home. He's one of the most experienced diplomats right here in Ghana. The next person is Victor Smith. They have the same level of experience. This is ALHAJI Said SINARE. And I told him, once you are going to Mecca, make sure that those people who are coming for Hajj, they will come home with good news. We don't want to hear that one or two people lost their lives like we hear. He said, Blakk RASTA, you know what I can do. I would like to go and do it to the glory of my motherland. Congratulations to ALHAJI Said SINARE. One day when we are given the go-ahead to tell you some of the things that went into the sabotage. Some of them are very, very security related, intelligence related. And it took a lot of work to be able to exonerate him just because of sheer personal hatred. But this is how politicians behave, isn't it? They tear down each other because they are always looking at their own interests. Congratulations to ALHAJI Said SINARE, Ambassador Extraordinaire. Oh, Saudi Arabia. This year's Hajj, Inshallah. La baika la umma, la sharika la baika, la sharika la baika, la sharika la baika, sharika la Al-Hajj Abu Bakr Ahmad. Ya Al-Hajj, Al-Hajj Baytallah, Al-Hajj Baytallah. That's my way. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak to power. When we return, we have a final story. Hey-ya! Hey-yo! Wayo! This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Please hit on the subscription button, subscribe to the channel, hit on the notification bell so that you could be part of this beautiful family. Please share the broadcast so that, oh Lord, many more people can be part of this. Final story. Story number 5. Watch this. Why I use big English in Parliament. MP STICKA. We went to school together at Amade Secondary School, Kumasi. He was about 2 years ahead of me. And we knew him because he was quite popular. He was coming from Opokuware, OAS. And when he came, he was a very lively character. Seen in a Muslim school, T.I. Ahmadiyya Secondary School, STICKA. He kept that name from that time till now. My brother, my sister, when he is out there, sometimes we see him dancing. Dancing. He loves Jamal. And aside that, sometimes we also see him out there speaking some big English. So I told myself, let me understand this gentleman more. I remember last week, we had a story where we talked about him and labeled him a comedian, right? So we decided that we would dig deeper into him. After he called me, and then when he spoke to me, I felt he had a point. He called me early in the morning, see, Blakk Rasta Maya Odin. Eye boni se minu wa ko school baako. Is it a crime that me and you went to the same school? Why do you use all these derogatory terms on me? What have I done to you? Are you looking for an MP who is arrogant and does not go out to the people, fraternize with the people? Or you are looking for one who is most flexible, will dance with the people, ask the people to come around him, he doesn't drive with tinted glasses and all that? Which one do you want? Tell me where I went wrong. In fact, that morning when he spoke to me, I froze. I hardly say sorry to anyone because I always try to be on the side of the truth. And when he spoke, I felt it inside me. And I felt the emotion with which he spoke. Then he said, Upea, but my constituency be shadie. Say Jumano mi yadie no anase mi nye Jumano. If you were talking about me, as in I, STICKA, has stolen some money and they were coming after me, so I'm incompetent or something like that, abuse of office, I wouldn't have a problem. Why do you label me as such? So derogatorily. So then, I told him, you have a point. I understand what you're saying. You have inspired me to come to your constituency. So I jumped onto a plane, African World Airlines, with my team, and we flew one early morning all the way from the Accra International Airport down to Kumasi. And when I arrived, his driver was there to pick me up at the airport, the Prempeh, the first international airport. We drove straight to STICKA's house. When I arrived, he wasn't too sure whether I was a friend or an enemy, because he felt that I had said some things about him that were not befitting of a friend. So he didn't really want me inside the house. But I have my own ways of breaking people's hardness. I got into the house. And you know what I saw him doing? He had members of his constituency in the house. And he was cooking for them breakfast. He didn't see me taking all these videos until after some time when he saw me doing this and he was angry. Look at him. He was serving my brother and telling me, don't take these videos. I don't like that. Look. He was frying eggs, making tea. My brother, I saw crates of eggs there as if it was a poultry farm. He cracked these eggs, added some sardines and all that. I got into his kitchen. And he kept saying, Blakk, meaning say, Adia will train you, Abeko say me. Who say will say me carrier. So frame me so. You know, we remember school days. And I was able to weather down the storm of, whatever you call it inside him. Oh my. And then he continued making the food. Look at him. He was preparing the food himself. And then he went out there to serve all those people there. And when I asked him, he told me, Blakk, anytime I am here, they are always here. I interact with them and they know that I live alone. I don't have a wife. My brother, he served everybody. Right after that, they sat down there and had a meeting. Then when everybody left, he came over to me. What would you eat? I fried your eggs. I said, I don't eat no eggs. But he served my crew. Then I asked him an interesting question. After he had taken his bath, I made him sit in a corner. Look, this is STICKA serving my crew members, Oh my, what a guy. I was shocked what I saw in that constituency. He went everywhere. Children were running after him. Old men, young men. Everyone was mentioning his name. We even went to the scrap boys. A lot of them are the Gomba boys. I fraternized with them and they told me that this guy here, oh my, they love him because he pays visits to them. My brother, reporting nothing but the truth. He danced with them. And he even taught me some of the dance moves. The Jamal dance moves. And then we settled. When we were going, this old lady said, who call? STICKA, who call? One be mommy share say, what bre wa this ka be yedi. Mommy to fruits be ma, mommy ska mis dem pesca. And then he gave her money. You see? See? He was just giving money like that. Say Blakk miniska, but chalo be yende. Wow constituency. Then a group of children also came to him. And he asked them, "Munim me?" And they said, see, your friend is saying, he said, STICKA. I was shocked that even the children knew him. He took the opportunity to talk to them, advise them, gave them money to go and buy sweets and all that. We went to the, school that he built, 32 classroom block, with the help of the government of Ghana. And the children, they were excited. They all knew his name. And when I spoke with them behind him, they said he was so free, he played with them and all that. I was truly embarrassed that I labeled him a comedian. The people knew him. Then I asked him, STICKA, tell me, why do you use those big words in Parliament and also outside Parliament? You know what he told me? Watch this.
When I'm doing a normal presentations, I travel a lot to speak outside. It's not only in Ghana. When the students invite me, I hardly, unless maybe I'm in the mood and I want to joke. But on the floor, I will continue using big words if I have them. Do you know why? I'm debating my opponents. I need to get them confused. I don't want them to have things easy and rebut what I say. So what do you say? You are ignorant. I will not say it. I will say you are suffering from unconscious incompetence. Do you know why? I learned that from organizational behavior. You know what? I've read business, finance, science, law, mathematics. So when you say you are making noise, I will not say you are making noise. I will say you are producing destructive interference of waves. That's the physics definition of noise. So when I say that, how are you going to debate me? So it's not like I'm a mad person. I'm getting my opponents confused and frustrated so that my side will win the debate. Because before you think about falsification, your time is up. And even you'll be afraid, you'll be intimidated talking to me. or rebutting what I'm saying, because you may get it to you don't even understand. Now, if you speak Hausa, apart from Abochi, Nazo, that I know, how am I going to speak after you have spoken? Because I don't understand. So it's my strength. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Dr. Stephen Amoa is his name. He sang some Jamal songs to us. We went around. We have a full documentary that is coming out, a 30-minute documentary that we'll put out on the channel, and then we'll let you know. We're going to move from constituency to constituency and find out what our MPs are doing in there. That is what we have started doing. And we started with STICKA. How would I rate him? Very affable guy. Everybody knows him in the constituency. Even little children. They call him STICKA. You will see them dance with them, hairdressers, everybody. You know? And he provided water for so many different communities. We will bring you a full documentary. This one is just a teaser. And he taught me how to pronounce the words. Fluxiniplication. And what does it mean? He told us the meaning in that interview. He talked more about the pulling of the gun, what happened to the boy. And we even went to a ganja smoking base and sat down together. And what he spoke to the boys and ladies there overwhelmed me. This is STICKA. I'm proud of him as a TIA Mother Secondary School alumnus. I'm proud that he's in the Ghana Parliament. What do you think about what he said about using big English? It's just for him to win the debates. He's in Parliament to debate and get the win to his side. So he uses some of these to befuddle his opponents. What do you think? This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. And it's yet another time to say bye-bye to you. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a certain story you want us to follow up on. And MPs who want us to come to their communities, we don't charge anything. We come on our own and live on our own so we can be independent. Thanks to STICKA for providing us breakfast and some other such wonderful things like transport, you know, taking us around, you know, and all that. It was so nice to be in Kumasi after a long time. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. And you can also tell us, maybe you have a certain MP who is not doing his work and all that, and you want us to come to the constituency and do our thing. We will be there. It doesn't matter whether it is in Durigaga or Zabregaga, in Salaga or in Tumu. We will be there. It's the Blakk Pot. Let's see your final comments and we are done for the day. We love you. Okay? Now, Ni Koche says, hello, Rasta. Please, I have a few questions. I would like to know how your mechanic addressed the concerns of the other car owners whose vehicles were affected by the fire incident. In fact, most of them, you know how Ghanaians are, saw it as an act of God. I think only one person was still insisting that he wanted his car to be paid for. I didn't go into it. So when he asked me about my car, I said, you know what? The Scraps boys want it, right? Sell it. Use the money to help you buy a few things. I know it cannot pay for that car, but you know. 2, are there any updates on the minorities' allegations regarding the depletion of the country's gold reserve? They are quiet. Nothing. 3, if the state declines a plea agreement and proceeds with prosecution, leading to a custodial sentence, what legal mechanisms are available to the government to recover the misappropriated funds? Nothing, except that they would have to resort to property owned by this person, sell those in an auction, and pay off some of these things. If they don't have any property in their names, the money is gone. Thank you, Nico Che. Very beautiful questions. We have appreciated. Fuos Omoto says, the great Black Rasta, I salute you, bro. God will Nupoku Kujo says, hello, Black Rasta. Good evening from Belgium. I hope this message finds you well. Please, regarding your discussion a day before yesterday about the absence of a Kete or Kente festival in Ghana, I would like to respectfully bring to your attention that there is indeed a Kete festival in the Volta region of Ghana. It is celebrated annually by the people of Agoteme. Agoteme. Near who? It is known as the Agbamevo Festival. I would also like to clarify that the appellations Jakpata, Bedevio, Menye Kwo, and Agbeno Heavy, Mebafumato are not prayer words, but are rather proverbial expressions. I know that. I know what they mean. After the prayer, you can use proverbs in prayer. These are ancestral. See? They are ancestral. Mawusobo Lisa, Adanu Water, it was clear for. Then I tell God, Agbeno Heavy, Megbafumato. That little bird, without the feathers, will grow one day. I'm giving myself hope. And those who are out there and think that I am finished, Agbeno Heavy, Megbafumato. And those who think I am weak, they can take advantage of me, oh Lord. Jakpatabedavio, Monyekwo. The cobra says, hey, you little children, you don't know that you are playing with death. So you see, that's the context. Anyway, I appreciate you and I thank you so much for, bringing this. Okay? We love you. The greetings once again, love and respect. Motupei, Urien. And this is Godwin and Kujo. Maxwell Kokroko Kwamla says, Black Rasta, the man of the moment. I salute you and I salute you back. We love you. Isa Yesu says, hello, Black Rasta. You and your team are doing a wonderful job for your country, Ghana. Keep it up, because that's why we are here every evening with you and your team. Black Rasta, we appreciate your good work for Mother Ghana. Here is where the facts are. Share and live and let's grow together. Family. Thank you so much, Isa Yesu. We love you. Tompo says, good evening, my brother Black. I hope all is well with you by grace. Thank you, Tompo, for sticking with us all this while. I can't wait to give you a big hug. Okay? Isa Yesu says he's watching all the way from Saudi Arabia. We thank you, Isa Yesu. Muhammad Awal Usman says, hello, Black Pot family. Ring a friend to ring a friend and to ring yet another friend to tell yet another friend that even though we are late, we are live now with the latest revelation. Now, the most credible platform you can find in the moment. Black Pot, I salute. Live from Munich, right there in Germany. How are you doing, my brother Mohammed Awal Usman? We love you. We appreciate you. Kwame Kwashi says, come here. This is the Mecca of the truth. Dash it away. Thank you. In fact, this is the most credible. Thank you so much for making us number one. And we have so many people coming in who want to advertise on our network. And very soon, in the next few days, you will see what you have made this platform become. So respected. Oh, Lord. Jason Strat says, fire, yeah. Hamid Sule says, salam alaikum, Black Rasta. Watching you live from Afianya, Jerusalem. Muwa fire. Godfred Kwashi Edja says, I am doing the listening in Dubai, UAE. Thank you so much. Franklin Safu says, good evening, boss. Is it true that Baumia is a candidate for prison because of the dam he took money for, but did not do the work? And that is why the NPP hurriedly organized their primaries so that it will be difficult for the current government to prosecute him. Please say the information on that. But Akufo-Addo is also a prison material, right? Or a candidate for prison. The atrocities they meted to us, supervised over wanton corruption. Right now, his cousin is on an AWOL. My brother, why wouldn't they all go to jail? Let truth be told. Hey, we are asking you to account for your tenure. And it was so corrupt. What do? We ask you for accountability. It shouldn't be a problem. Bawumia becoming the flag bearer of his party doesn't stop him from being jailed if he has to go to jail. Even presidents go to jail, let alone flag bearers. Godfred Kwashigan Eja says, Blakk Rasta. Godfred, how are you doing? Okay. Kwame Kwashi says, Blakk Rasta, the ingredients, the spices, the black pot, and the chefs of truth are gathered here to cook the sumptuous dishes of truth for Ghana. Avinugu wisdom, says Blakk Rasta. More love and respect always. Isaiah says, Blakk. Fugu to the world. Kwame Kwashi says, Blakk Rasta. Blakk, our country or nothing. Yes, Black Empire Media or nothing. Kwame Kwashi says, Blakk Rasta, may the spirits of our ancestors continue to protect you, the team, and all the patriots of truth who are gathered here. More comments coming in from YouTube and also Facebook. Remember, we are also on Instagram. You can find us also on TikTok, where we keep ticking and talking with the hands of patriotism. There we are also on X, formerly called Twitter. Yakubu Gobi says, good evening, Blakk Rasta, watching you live from Brazil. I salute very much. Who of fire, respect. Reginald Shadrach McIntosh says, Blakk to the world. Soti Ofori says, Blakk to the world. Kwame Kwashi says, Black Empire Media, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell yet another friend to tell a friend. This is the headquarters of the truth. Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu says, fire, ya. Nasiru Ras Dadaba says, Master Rasta Blaster. Thank you. More comments coming in. All right. We have Chrebua Bismarck says, Blakk Rasta, you are the best. Thank you. Patawo says, hello, Blakk Rasta. Daga Jifado says, wow. Is President Mahama hiring? I am available for the High Commission to Nigeria position, please. Daga Jifa, you know what to do? Send us your CV. If you're serious about it. Let's look at the CV. If it is something that is worth it, we will recommend you so that you may be the next High Commissioner. I wish you all the very best. Okay? Conscious Agbemenu Ahosu says, humanity first. Wow, I love this man. God bless him. Oh yes. Kamil NDC says, good evening, Mr. Blakk. I think Honorable Baba Jamal is overdoing things and he knows a lot. Please greet Chairman FK and Mr. Saka and my senior Abubakari Shurabil. For me, I am Kamil, watching you live from Tamale, Abuabo. Hey, that's my hometown. That's my area, Abuabo. We say Ababu. Conscious Agbemonu also says we should share the program. Share. Kwame Kwashi says, Blakk Rasta, they always come to justify their actions. Ras Okoko Fisun Moon says, dash it away. Kwame Kwashi says, Blakk Rasta are people that elect corrupt politicians, imposters, thieves, and traitors are not victims, but accomplices. George Orwell. I love that. Eric Chumesi says, is this Baba Jamal that I know from Akwitia in the Eastern region? That's the same Baba Jamal. Okay? Eric Chumesi, yes, that's the same Baba Jamal. Tom Poe says, any person who will vote for this so-called Baba Jamal is insane, same as his supporters. Isaiah says, yes, that's the same Baba Jamal. Eric Chumesi says, and now MP for Nima, not Nima. He is, in fact, the NDC's representative for the by-election in Ayawaso East. Okay? And everything is pointing to the direction that the NDC will carry it again. Charlotte Agbeka says, first here. Thank you, Charlotte. Ameto Michael says, hey, yo. Hey, our country or nothing. JDSGH says, greetings, Black. We are live. Yo. David J says, Black Rasta. I am now addicted to your show. Kindly be specific about your starting time. It's 6 o'clock. 6 Ghana time. Sometimes, because of the workload, we start a little late. This week, in fact, we are doing our very best to start early. But yesterday and today have been quite shaky. But tomorrow, we'll do our very best to start at 6. We understand what it means. We apologize for the inconvenience. We never take you for granted. Emmanuel Ania says, Black, it's really getting serious between Kevin Taylor and Samira Baumia. Kindly talk to them since you are cool with them both. Okay? As I told you yesterday, we are talking to them. Yeah, we are. Black is very late here, but I must eat from the pot before going to bed. Wow. Our country or nothing. Sorry about that. Ameto Michael says the French troop must go. David J says watching you live from Wembley, London. Emmanuel Ania says, Black, it seems you don't read YouTube comments as much as you read Facebook. Why? Oh, we do. We do, pa. We do. We combine the two and we bring them, together. Okay? We'll try and balance them. All right? Yeah. Thank you so much. Aziz Bature says, hi. We love you, Aziz Bature. And Yao Adobo says, good evening, my prof. Emmanuel Ania says, wow, your fugu is one of its kind. If I wore this in Zambia, they would say it's a blouse. Especially that the chest is cut so deep. Yao Adobo says, fear France and live long. Samuel A.O. Sunday Adedekun says, I love you, Black Rasta. God bless and guide you for being a passive patriot. Are you sure? I'm sure you wanted to say active patriot. It's passive. It's not that positive. Active. The opposite of passive is active. Okay? Yao Adobo says, fear France and live long. Samuel comes back to say, I am reminding you again, as you promised, to check with Kofi Adoma on the death of the late J.B. Duncan. We did check, and we are doing our investigations. We've heard a lot. And before we come up to you, you know that we have to be sure. Okay? Emmanuel Ania says, please find time and read our messages as much as you can. Okay. Raskaba says, Assalamu alaikum, my big brother, Professor Black Rasta himself. More respect to you, and I pray that may Allah Almighty keep protecting and guiding you. Inshallah. Kwekuchre Jafes says, welcome to the African teacher. Welcome, the African teacher, the Kuchoko Roots Reggae champion. Big respect and honor. You truly are a kingmaker, guidance and protection every time. Salutes of patriotism. Okay? All right. More comments coming in. Send them via YouTube, via Facebook. We'll look at 2 more and we'll be done. All right? Okay. More comments. Stepping cross. Charlotte Agbeka says this is how they give money to politicians and the public is suffering. That's why I will never waste my time to go and vote for a politician. Rudolph Basigiyem says, if an ambassador of Ghana to Nigeria gets all these benefits, how much more those outside Africa politicians? It's the same thing. They get the same across the world. An ambassador in Nigeria takes the same as ambassador France. Okay? Emily Nola says, I'm also impressed with his comments. Emmanuel Ania says, it's all lies. And some shallow-minded Ghanaians will fall for what he said. So, will there ever be an honest politician? Audu Isaka says, Black, please, don't be convinced by this politician. What are you not convinced about him? Share with us so we can learn from you, okay? Baba, you talk too much. I am sure the president has regretted giving you that position. You talk too much. Are you for or against the NDC? Some of the things you are saying aren't necessary. Okay? So, Baba Jamal, this is a message. Agnes Tumfuo say, talk about non-payment of cocoa farmers and stop your noise. We talked about it on radio. Okay? So please, we are not making noise. We have even talked about it here yesterday. Were you here? So Agnes, please, it's not noise. We have talked about this. And we will keep talking about it. All right? Okay. So Charlotte Agbeka says, politicians are collecting all these monies and they can't pay a poor cocoa farmer. Yeah, we've talked about it, man. It's a sad thing. Remember when we said that, you know, the cocoa board, everybody's receiving salary. Why don't they stop taking the salary? To solidarize with the cocoa farmers. We made this comment and it's gone viral. You know that, right? Yeah, so don't accuse us of, you know, bias, okay? Rudolph Basigiyem says, I am really, really surprised you Blakk are dancing to the beat of this politician, Baba Jamal. Yes, what he said, I agree with him. You tell me what you don't agree with what he said. I am looking at what he said. What is not factual about what he said? Bring that out. It's easy to say, I'm surprised at this. He's lying. Tell us what you think the lies are. Okay? Okay. Audu Isaka says, guilty till proven innocent. All right? All right. Well, innocent till proven guilty. But he says guilty till proven innocent. The other way around. And I like that. He says clear till we see the transparency. Okay? Terry Kohu. No, Terry Cole Hatchful says objective patriotism versus objective politics. Emmanuel Ania says, Blakk, I am shocked for you to be convinced by his words. He is a politician and they can say anything to win power. Moreover, the truth is the connection and links as an MP is more than an ambassador. Are you sure? Are you sure? The connection of an ambassador is less than that of an MP? Educate me, let me know. With all the money that the ambassador receives and everything that is related to that, connected to that, you say the MP is still a better position? Educate me, let me know. Okay? And then we have Rosita, who says this is laughable. The Sahel Alliance kicked out the French forces because they were so inept at solving the Galamsey issue in the Sahel. That was the primary financing source for the jihadists. Okay? So did you hear that? The French forces couldn't stop that. Now they are brought to Ghana to come and help. But they succeeded in French Guinea. What happened here? All right, so we'll look at all this. And Rosita comes back to say, Rosita Scarborough. Yes, Rosita Scarborough says, why not ask the Sahel Alliance to train Ghanaians? Because they are eradicating Galamsey themselves effectively after kicking out the French. Really? All right, we'll look at that. Because after the French left and all that, the Russians came in. And we were told about how they were using the gold to pay the Russians and all that. We had all those. But we need to go deeper into it and make sure we get all the facts. Okay? I know they still have a big problem with Galamsey in Burkina Faso, which the president is trying to work out. But countries like Uganda, there's nothing like Galamsey. How did they do it? Okay? MF says, watching you, God guidance and strength for you. Thank you. Sunday AOS Samuel Adedekun says, so our all the great countries in the world is only France MAHAMA can go for. There's something under the carpet. Okay. Kobikwe says, Rosita Scarborough, you are absolutely right. Okay. We'll look at it. It's homework for us. We'll go check it out. And then we'll dig deeper and see. This is going to be the last one. Pakwesi, PSC says, I hope President John Dramani Mahama knows what he's doing. I love Ibrahim Traore. Yes, I mean, Burkina soldiers are also coming to Ghana, I was told. Trending facts, I'm surprised by what is going on. Nana K says, this is a lie. Are we fighting illegal mining militarily? Yes, that's what is happening right now. Militarily. Yes. NIMOS. It's military. Because we know illegal mining is not about arms, but politicians. I like that aspect too. The same politicians are in there. Okay? Ras Kofi Oko Sunmun says, so the black man is not capable of managing his affairs. French soldiers in Ghana. Well, we are. Sometimes collaborations left, right, and center, the white and black keys, we bring that into being. I agree with that as well. You see, it cannot be an all-black affair. Once in a while, some kind of variety. Okay? Yeah, little bit of it. Okay? Robert Mensah says, send the France troops out. They are our enemies. Send them out, please. Okay? I want to say thank you. I appreciate you and I love you. It's been the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kuku Shodemo, where we speak truth to power. We catch you again tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. And we'll do our very best to be on time. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Subscribe to the channel. And for such time when I back up again, God bless you. My name is Blakk Rasta. Hey, yo. Please subscribe before you leave, okay? Hey, ya. Wayo.